Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees, let us start with Mangala Charan. Let's see. Prabhu, you want to read?
Yeah, I can read. Om Ajñānatimirandasya Jnanāñjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanavitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dīnabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarupascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna Babuji, very nice. Thank you very much for that. So, Mahesh Prabhuji,
yeah,
this is we call this as Mangala Charan. This is a kind of an invocation prayer.
Yeah.
Before reading Bhagavad Gita, and many times before reading Bhagavatam, or before any kind of a discussion about Krishna, we said this. What it does is that it glorifies all the acharyas. Srila Prabhupada, Rupa Goswami, then of course our Radha Krishna themselves, all the devotees, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, then of course matam. So it's a way to kind of begin any discussion about Krishna. So
Krishna, got it.
So what we have been doing so far is chapter 7 begins with the Krishna is talking about all his energies, like how is the strength among the ability among the men, how is the taste of water. So like this is the kind of referencing all the thing that we interact normally, day to day, whatever we are interacting. He's going to do that more in chapter 10. He's going to take by name,
Names, yeah.
Including Arjuna also. You will say that among the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. So he's going to put everybody. It will come very detailed. And then he says, after knowing so much also, we have a lot of difficulty understanding Krishna.
Yes.
He himself explains why, what is the reason why we cannot able to understand Krishna. He says because of the Maya, the three modes of nature, mainly he's talking about the three modes of nature, the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, the mode of ignorance. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. The three gunas. These come and attack us all the time, 24/7. Sometimes in the morning we are very, very, in the mode of goodness, very spiritual. Suddenly as the day goes, our mind, sometimes we get, anger mode, sometimes we frustrated. So that is the material nature. It's nothing about one person. It's the way the material world has been set up. Then he's saying, this is very difficult to overcome, but if devotees can surrender to me, prapatyante. Mam evaite prapatyante. He says, if the devotees surrender in a very, humble way, they can overcome all these issues, the sattva, rajas, tamas. And then he's talking about the 4 categories of people that will never pay any attention to Krishna. They will not surrender.
Right.
And they will not pay any attention to spiritual activities. Mostly they are adharmic,
Adharmic. Yeah.
They are called the impious. He's calling them as dushkritanu.
Dushkritam, yes.
Dushkritam. And it follows up with another verse. He's saying, however, there are another 4 categories of people who are sukritinu. They are pious people. And he's talking about the, artha, jignasu, arthatir, and jñānī. He says these 4 categories of people, they are pious, they come to me. Okay?
Yes.
But even among them, all the 4 categories, they have some expectation from Krishna. Right. Krishna, please help me with my health, or please help me with my wealth. I need more money. I need more power, whatever it is. And jñānī, he says, out of all this, jñānī is much better because he is looking forward to know more about Krishna, God. So he says it's very good. And he's saying that out of that jñānī, he is really in a devotional service. That is why he still pays so much attention to this bhakti. Because Krishna highlights in most of the verses that unless it is done with a devotional mood, it may not become perfect. Love makes everything perfect.
Perfect,
Like a mother, right? Mother, whatever she does, it becomes perfect because of her just pure love. The food that she prepares, it becomes perfect. She takes care of her children, it becomes perfect because of love. So he's saying out of those jñānīs, the person who does everything with devotional service, they are very good. Actually, he's saying, what is that verse? Let us see. Let's go to that. We did 17. So he's saying, Eka Bhaktir Visishyate.
Yes.
Yesterday, Raghu Prabhu led the class. We read all this. He's saying, Desam jñānī nitya yukta. Meaning, the jnani is good, is perfect. Always engaged in spiritual activities, trying to know me. But even out of those jñānīs, Eka Bhakti, the person who is in a very devotional mode, is very special.
Very special.
So, again, in 19 also, is going to, in 18, is going to reconfirm what he said in 16 and 17. So let us read this, okay? So, Mahesh Prabhu, you want to try?
Yes, I can try. Udārāḥ sarva evaite jñānī matam āsthitaḥ yuktātmā evānuttamāṁ gatim.
Very good, Prabhu. Prabhu, do you read from Sanskrit, Hindi, or from the English one?
I prefer Sanskrit. Sanskrit in the sense it is my mother tongue, like Marathi, so I can read it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Because English, however, you try to improvise with all the special symbols, still you will not get that particular pronunciation.
Pronunciation, yeah. And the grammar, that like ma, and you can have that one, and I think that makes that special sound effect, which is not in English. Correct.
Very good. Pavan Prabhu, you want to try reading?
Prabhuji, I am driving today.
Okay, sure.
I listen in. I am not able to read.
Okay, very good. I think our Vasant Prabhu has joined. Prabhu, are you driving or you are able to read?
I'm walking outside, Prabhuji.
Okay, very good.
I'm sorry.
Today is Monday, so I think everybody is kind of busy with their activity, which is okay, which is good. We are always thinking about Krishna, so that's good. So, Raghu Prabhu, why don't you read this one?
Yes, sir. Udārāḥ sarva evaite jñānī ātmaiva matam āsthitaḥ sahi yuktātmā maṁ evānuttamāṁ gatim.
Okay, very good. So let us see who else can read. Today looks like I will read then. I haven't read for a long time. So Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse number 18. Udārāḥ sarva evaite jñānī ātmaiva matam āsthitaḥ yuktātmā matam evānuttamāṁ gatim. So, Mahesh Prabhu, why don't you read the synonym and translation?
Yes.
Synonym word by word and translation.
Sure. Synonyms. Udārāḥ is magnanimous. Sarva means all. Eva means certainly. Evaite means these. Jñānī, one who is in knowledge. Tu means but. Ātmaiva means just like myself. Me means my. Matam means opinion. āsthitaḥ means situated. Saha means he. He is certainly. Yuktātmā means engage in devotional services. Mama means in me. Eva means certainly. Evānuttamāṁ means the highest. Gatim means destination. Translation. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal.
Very nice, Prabhuji. So, Raghu Prabhu, why don't you read up to the Sanskrit verse, and then one of us can read the remainder.
Okay. But it's not that devotees who are less complete in knowledge are not dear to the Lord. The Lord says that all are magnanimous, because anyone who comes to the Lord for any purpose is called a mahatma, or great soul. The devotees who want some benefit out of devotional service are accepted by the Lord because there is an exchange of affection. Out of affection, they ask the Lord for some material benefit, and when they get it, they become so satisfied that they also advance in devotional service. But the devotee in full knowledge is considered to be very dear to the Lord because his only purpose is to serve the Supreme Lord with love and devotion. Such a devotee cannot live a second without contacting or serving the Supreme Lord. Similarly, the Supreme Lord is very fond of his devotee and cannot be separated from him. Should I stop there?
You can read up to the Sanskrit.
That's transcript. Okay. In Srimad Bhagavatam 9.4.68, the Lord says, Sadhavo hridayam mayam sadhunam hridayam tvai aham madanyat te na jananti naham tebhyo manak api.
Yeah, I can read the rest. Yeah. The devotees are always in my heart, and I am always in the hearts of the devotee. The devotee does not know anything beyond me, and I also cannot forget the devotee. There is a very intimate relationship between me and the pure devotees. Pure devotees in full knowledge are never out of spiritual touch, and therefore they are very much dear to me. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Prabhu, Mahesh Prabhu.
Yeah.
You want to just share some thoughts on this? It is already, Krishna has already explained, but
Yes.
he's kind of reiterating what is said. So if you want to share your thoughts on this.
Yes, correct. Let me read the translation first, and then maybe I can talk a little more on that. Yeah. So what Lord Sri Krishna is saying here is all these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. So, in this verse, Lord Sri Krishna, or the Supreme God, he's saying that out of all these devotees, because whoever is going on the path to know me, and maybe as in the last chapter, what we say that there are like four type of people who want to be devotees and want to come to me because of, say, like they want us for the artha or money or fame or whatever, or maybe just to know me. So out of that, devotees means they are definitely the souls which I really love. So means there is no doubt about that small devotee or like the devotee who is beginners, they are like inferior to the ones who are superiors, right? Or who have done the or on the path of devotee. So they are equally good to me, but out of that, all those devotees, the one who has knowledge about me and who knows me from the heart, and who has unconditional love for me, I like the most that kind of devotee whose love is unconditional, like a love of a mother to his son. So which is like unwavering, like it never means you are never in a doubt that your mother doesn't love you, right? The same way the Lord is saying that the devotee who knows about me is the best one, and and I consider him as like me, because I also give the unconditional love, like the Lord Sri Krishna is like a mother to everyone, and his love is for everyone, and that he has shown it so many times in so many occasions. And that's why the devotee who is knowing about me, or who has the knowledge about me, I feel that I am also like him. Yeah. And uh, and in that devotion, or the service to the God, or the devotional duties, he definitely attains me. I mean, the devotee is like me. That means he has attained me in the highest and the best way. I will say in the best way that he has attained me, or the who has came to me. Yeah. And also in the last paragraph, actually, he's saying that they are never out of spiritual touch, and therefore they are very dear to me. So means the person who is a devotee, who has attained the highest form of knowledge, he will never forget about Lord Sri Krishna. Means like in the story of the Narsimha avatar, like when that Hiranyakashipu, he asked his son, where is your Narayan? Because he said that he is everywhere, right? And then he asks about that, does he is in that pillar? And he say, yes, he's there too. Yeah. So when he broke that, and then the the Narsimha avatar came out of that pillar, right? So that is how the devotee who knows the Lord Sri Krishna, he says that, yeah, he is everywhere. He is not he in me, he is in you, he is in everywhere. Yeah, and in that terms, he is never out of that spiritual touch, and he never forgets about the Lord Sri Krishna. Yeah. So that's my interpretation of this one. Yeah, thank you.
Very nice, Prabhuji. That was nice reflection. Yeah. You have very nicely summarized the gist of the verse. Let's see if Raghu Prabhu has got something to say on this.
Actually, Mahesh Prabhu summarized the whole thing quite very well. The only thing I want to say is that, Krishna considers all those who come to him, it doesn't matter whether they have some need, or they're in some distress, or they want some wealth. He considers all those as magnanimous souls. So he's not putting anyone down, because the fact that they come to him, he likes that. Even if they want something from him, he still likes that. And he shows affection to them. Because once they get what they want, then they may either not come back, but they also may come back, because they get what they want, and they may show more interest in coming back to the Lord. So, but out of these four, as Mahesh Prabhu already explained, one who is seeking knowledge of the absolute truth, where he has learned about Brahman and Paramatma, as we saw in the previous verse. Now he's going beyond that, and he wants to know the actual truth about the Lord himself. So he starts understanding more and more, and he starts increasing his bhakti towards the Lord. And that's the person the Lord likes the most. And he, in turn, as this person shows Krishna the love, Krishna also reciprocates. And he also is thinking of him. So it's a back and forth love relationship between the two. So I think that's what I want to say.
Very nice, Prabhuji. It's a two-way street, not one way. The more Krishna says, ye yata mam prapatyante tam tataisva bhajamiham, meaning as much as you take step towards Krishna, trying to know him, he will reciprocate in a much bigger way. But we have to take some steps. Otherwise, we would be like matter. Matter is it's not unable to really do anything. Matter cannot do bhakti. So we have gotten this human form, which is very rare. Devotees, the next verse is extremely important. Whether we will read it today or tomorrow or Monday, but very important, that 7:19. But anyhow, Krishna has already said that Manushyanam Sahasreshu, meaning after many births, thousands, millions of births, one get to know little bit about Krishna. And out of that, only one person really attains the perfection, right? We are talking here about perfection in devotion. How can we do that? This devotional process has also got different steps. The acharyas have laid out very nicely. There are at least 9 steps. It starts from some faith, which is called Shraddha, right? Then it goes with, sadhu sangha, bhajana kriya, and so on. And ultimate is complete. Mahesh Prabhuji used the perfect phrase, unconditional love. That is the purest, final, of the. But it's not easy. For some, it may come overnight. They may become perfect devotee overnight. Or for some, they have to take several births. And that's the free will that Krishna has given us. That is the biggest free will that we can utilize. We can utilize it for material benefit also. Yesterday, we little bit talked about material benefits and how much shall I do for my material benefit? How much can I help others materially? Srila Prabhupada said that don't spend too much time and effort helping others materially. Because this material world has been created by Krishna. He has given adequate resources, adequate. Today also, if you see, the natural resources given by Krishna is adequate for every species, living entity. But what is happening? The way, the material, the Rajaguna, Tamaguna comes into picture, and people start exploiting that resources. That's what it is. Otherwise, if everybody is very, very sattvic, pure, selfless, every entity, this is not just human being, every living entity, animals, birds, the aquatic, everybody can live very peacefully. But the jealous, the envy, the possession of, I want to possess accumulation, sense gratification, it's got no end. Right? And a millionaire wants to become millionaire, then after he becomes millionaire, he now is not, he says, I want to become a billionaire. There's nothing wrong in that. But at what cost? Right? After some time, you have to become very mechanical, just keep on making more money and money. There is no time and love for Krishna, God. Right? So that is the problem. Srila Prabhupada used to say, material wants and needs should be treated like salt. How much salt do we take, devotees? Only as much that is required, right? Yeah. Can you put too much salt in your food? No, you should not. It will not even taste. All the food will go spoiled. Can we put no salt at all? That also will not taste too good. We need the perfect, adequate. That should be our kind of a goal in material life. Srila Prabhupada used to say, simple living, higher thinking. Meaning, lead a simple life. Make as much money as you want. Because material wants and does not have any limit. You can have 10 houses, then 20 houses. You can have even 100 houses. You can buy the entire town. You can become the mayor, governor, president. These are all good. Nothing wrong with that. But are you also considering Krishna? Are you also considering God into your material lifestyle? Otherwise, janma mrityu jara vyadi. Krishna gives umpteen number of opportunities. You can keep on coming to this world, keep on working, and this is the vicious cycle you will be caught. You can never come out of it unless you seek for some spiritual aspiration, some self. And Acharyas, based on Krishna's instruction, they say that the highest opportunity for a human being is to understand Krishna. So if you get too much materially engrossed, you will miss that opportunity. But Krishna is not saying anything. All he's saying is that I'm giving you all the framework. Okay? If you don't want me, perfect. I'm not going to do anything. You keep on. That is why he has created this material manifestation with all the karma and everything. So he says, okay, you act according to karma. Keep doing good things. You will get good But you are getting entangled the more and more. Let us say you have one house, now you have 10 houses. Don't you think you are entangled little more, Prabhuji? What do you all think? Don't you all think that you are materially, you have to spend a lot more time? Yes, you may make some money, but in the end, the money also you may not be able to take it with you. Can anybody take a single dime, whether he is a pauper or a millionaire or a billionaire? Can they take a single dime when they leave their body? No, they cannot. Not a single dime. So think about the life. So the best thing is that lead a successful life. Take care of the material needs like a salt. As much as you want, take it. You want 2 houses? Build 2 houses, no problem. Own 2 houses. But also try to understand what is the highest purpose of this human life. That is understanding Krishna. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Krishna is saying the highest achievement would be to become a devotee of Krishna. That's it. And then he will take care of it. Ultimately, what is our goal, devotees? Our goal is to be happy, right? Satisfied, peace, serenity. But in this material world, unfortunately, we think what is happiness, it's very short-lived. It's not permanent. Pawan Prabhu, are you able to talk or you cannot even talk?
Yeah, I can talk, Prabhu. I can talk. So, Prabhu, I have a question here from a comment Raghu Prabhu made yesterday. Like he said, he also struggles with certain things. Sometimes he watches cricket. So in our day-to-day life, are we expected to not have any other avocations other than just work and our duties and just Krishna as a thought? Will that be the kind of approach we have to follow in general?
That's a very good question, Prabhuji. Very practical. Every one of us should have gone through this question at all. How much shall I get involved with the material world? Can I watch TV? Can I watch cricket? Yes, you can watch. To some extent, you can watch. But the question is that how much is good enough? It depends on each person. It's a very... but here, the thing is that our lifespan is quite limited, Prabhuji, Pawan Prabhu. In today's modern world, our lifespan would be around maybe 80, 90 years. Let's say 90 years. Or in the best case scenario, 100 years.
That is if we are lucky. That is if we are lucky.
Yeah.
No, if you're lucky, and what condition? You will not be able to do from 90 to 100, you may not be able to do much.
Correct.
Physically, you may not be very, alert. Mentally also, you may not be very. You will not be able to watch TV at 90, 100, right?
Correct.
So the question is, and the first 20 years is just gone. We are born. The first 2-3 years, almost like 50-60% of the time is gone, just sleeping. And then after we get into our youth and adult stage, 30% of the time is just gone in sleeping, right? We all sleep at least 1/3, like 7 to 8 hours in a day. So main chunk is already gone. Then we have to take care of our material needs, right? We work, we have a family. Let's say that takes about another 1/3 of the time, where all the time is already gone. Between sleep and taking care of the material needs, everything is gone. And then where will you have time for Krishna, right? So that is the material world. The best way is that as much as possible, we will restrict the material activity. It's not that you should not watch any time, you should not do anything, but eventually you will come to a point, you will think that talking about Krishna, hearing about Krishna, doing seva for Krishna, and doing devotional activities gives you much more pleasure. You automatically will feel that, yes, I have watched cricket. Everybody, I think, in this group might have been involved in some material activity, movies, Bollywood, Hollywood, or some, songs, social activities, dramas. Everybody might have done it. It's good. It's all cultural. Nothing wrong with that. But given the timeline, how much can I spend time on that? And eventually, as I was mentioning, you yourself will understand Krishna is much more sweeter. He gives you much more happiness than all. Why do we watch cricket, Prabhu? Why do we want one team to win? It gives
We
us
have some liking or some fondness is there, right?
exactly. We get some happiness, and then we fight also. My team won, or my actor performed well. These are all give some happiness, but these are all very, very short-lived. Do you know who won the World Cup in 1980? We don't even remember right now. We may not know. Maybe one or two players we may remember in the cricket, right? But the question is that how can we remain in a very happy mood, which is called Satchit Ananda? That is what is Krishna, always blissful. So Acharyas have gone through this process. They say that the more and more you get involved with Krishna and Krishna-related activities, you will be very, very happy. You will be very peaceful, and you will also reach Krishna. So that is a better path. This is a practice, Prabhu. It may happen, as I said. Some people take it very seriously. Overnight, their life is changed. Some people, it might take some time. For most of us, it's a step-by-step process. Krishna says, Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Arjuna is asking, I think in chapter 6, Arjuna said, Chanchalam hi manaha Krishna. Krishna, my mind is so turbulent, turmoil all the time. I cannot control. I can control the wind. This Arjuna was so powerful. With his bow and arrow, he can control the wind. He had that kind of a power. But he's saying, but I cannot control my mind. What shall I do? You are asking me to do yoga. How can I do? That's what Arjuna is asking. And Krishna is saying, yes, you are right. It's very tough, but practice makes a man perfect. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Meaning, do practice. Eventually, you will acquire certain qualities. Then he says, Vairagyena grahayate. Vairagya means not to be detached in certain things. So slowly, like you said, all your material activities, you will reduce it a little bit, and slowly you will see you are increasing more and more spiritual activities. It is giving you much more peace, much more happiness. That's what it's all about. It's like, sorry, go ahead, Prabhu.
No, makes sense. Thank you so much. That doubt was always there on my head. I felt like I have some clarity on that.
Yeah. All the material activities, the more and more we do, we find that ultimately the law of diminishing return. It's not happiness anymore. The first scoop of ice cream, amazingly tasty. We really want to have more. Then the second one, you don't get the same taste as the first one. Third one, you say, okay, what? I'm going to have it this tomorrow. You cannot have. That is the material. Anything you want to do, You can see a very interesting movie. Can you watch the same movie again? Maybe some extraordinary movies, let's say you watch. Can you watch it another time? No, you won't be able to watch. So, Acharyas have said that all the things in this material nature are like that. You may want to do it one time, two times, but they are saying you restrict those and try to spend more time thinking about God. And they're saying eventually you'll find that you are very happy and peaceful.
Yeah, I actually heard something that I would like to add. I was hearing a lecture, and they said that, if you allow yourself maybe half an hour or 1 hour, let's say, to watch the news or watch cricket or movies or whatever, anything in the day, what happens is that your consciousness is collecting so much of kura karkat in that half an hour or 1 hour that when you sit down with your beads and you're doing your japa, all those thoughts, what did I watch? Oh, there's riots. Oh, there's this. Oh, there is that. All of those thoughts are it's going to like ruminate in your consciousness. And then instead of thinking and, connecting with Krishna, we will be thinking about all these material, things in this world. And if you don't collect all those things, then obviously we are going to be busy with 8 hours, 10 hours, however much we are spending on our work, right? But other than that, even if you have like 5 seconds or, you're getting up for a glass of water, anything you're doing during the day when you're not working, if you don't collect all these like kura karkat, then you will be trying to connect or thinking about something that you heard in your lectures or something, you're trying to connect to Krishna instead of connecting with like all these material subjects. I don't know if that is really, really like effective, but I just wanted to share something I heard. Hare Krishna.
Good point, Shalini Mataji. Yeah, that's true. But I think the overall, Srila Prabhupada even used to ask his disciple, what are the people saying about the books, the book distribution? Because book distribution is one of the major activity in our, this Gaudiya Parampara, especially ISKCON. So they used to say, oh, Prabhupada, seems like they are, when we talk about material activities will not be very happy, it seems like they are all very happy. They're saying, oh, no, I am very happy, I got a good job, I got this, I do that, I do this. So Srila Prabhupada said that, yeah, that is a misunderstanding. It is like a person inside a prison. He is so used to the prison, he thinks that this is a very, very happy place. I'm getting some food in the morning, they are giving me, they are allowing me to go out half an hour, I, do some workout, take care of my body. Then in the lunch, they provide me with some food. Then they allow me to watch TV from 6 to 7 p.m. Then they feed me with dinner. I have a bed for myself. So things like that, so they don't know what is real happiness. So the question here is that, do we know anybody as a just, as a contemplation? Do we know anybody who is not interested in God, but very happy in the material world?
No one, I think. Yeah.
Even if they are, it is temporary. Even if they are, like today somebody gets married, they are very happy for maybe a month, 3 months, 6 months, or they buy a new house, they might be happy for a few months. And then life becomes again normal and again unhappiness, some form of unhappiness kicks in.
Perfect, Prabhu. Yeah. Actually, in a way, you have answered your own question. It is, Krishna says that in one of the subsequent verses, this material world is dukhalayam ashashvatam. Dukhalayam means it's a lot of misery. The entire birth itself is a misery. A child, when it comes, it has to stay inside the womb of the mother for 9 months in a very suffocating way. And then it comes out, then, the child has to grow, then lot of material challenges. And then Krishna says, after even you do all those things, it is all temporary, whatever you get. There is a good episode about Alexander the Great. As we know, Alexander was becoming the king of the entire planet. He was just going and occupying all the countries. It is said that he was about to conquer India. He had almost reached the northern tip of India, but he fell seriously ill. And his doctor said that there is no way you can continue with this, quest. You have to go back, get back. Let's get back to our kingdom. So while he's going back to his kingdom, he falls even more sick. Then he pleads with the doctor. Hey, doctor, you know what? I am the king, Alexander, the emperor of the whole world. And you are telling me you cannot save me? The doctor says, no, You got very limited time. Then Alexander would say that, okay, do this. I understand, I have to leave. When you take me in the, in the, not the cremation, in the burial ground, leave my both hands open in the casket. They asked why. He said that, I want everybody to know that even Alexander the Great could not take anything with him. He had so much wealth. All the kingdom is under for him, but he cannot take anything. That was a good wisdom from Alexander eventually toward the end. So if we can have that now, many of you are much younger and you have shown much more interest in understanding about spirituality. So devotees, you have to do one thing, at least in the initial quite a few times, and even after that, you have to contemplate little more. Contemplation meaning you have to think little deeper. That is one way of growing in spiritual path. We should not just take word, just somebody said something, I heard something in the lecture. Yes, you take that and you contemplate, you think about this. Really think it in your life, pragmatic, very practical way. Does it make sense? If somebody is really happy in the material world, don't bother him. Leave him alone. He has got Krishna's blessing. But we see that almost 100 out of 100, whether it is a beggar or a pauper or a president or multi-billionaire, they all have challenges. That is what is called the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Everybody has to go through. You can have the money. They say that money can buy you a very nice food. All the food you can buy, but money cannot buy you appetite. Money can buy you very good pillows and bed, but money cannot buy you sleep. WHO is saying the next pandemic is not going to be COVID or anything like that. It's going to be health. 60% of the population, especially in the Western countries, the younger generation, 60% are going to go through depression, anxiety, and stress. So think about this, devotees. What are we going to give it to the next generation? With all the wealth, we are not talking about some poor country. In fact, they don't have time to be stressed because they have to just take care of their stomach. They're working all day and they don't have time to even worry. But think about all the advanced, so-called advanced countries. They have all the opulence. But look at the generation. Why, if everybody, Srila Prabhupada asked, if you say this is a very successful country, why people are unhappy? Why? Why is there divorce so much, 60%, 50% divorce? Why people are living single? These are all very pertinent question that we have to ask ourselves. Where is this society going? How can we call this as a successful society? Right? And you can earn a good graduate, postgraduate, master's degree, everything. But if you're going to be under depression and anxiety, what is the purpose? You're not going to be productive at all. One of the reasons we should all follow Bhagavad Gita is just to be out of anxiety and stress. The more and more we, learn about Krishna, a lot of confidence will come to our mind. We will understand what is the purpose of our life, and then we'll act accordingly. That is what is the abhyasa, practice.
I can actually vouch for that, Prabhuji. In my team, I have 3 people who are out this week. Actually, 2 of them are out this week, and then 1 person was out today. But before I came to Krishna consciousness, that level of anxiety or stress that would have been when people are not around, you're covering for so many people, it's just through the roof. But coming into Krishna consciousness, God just took care of everything. And we went through the week, it was fine. So I just want to say what you're saying is very, very pertinent, and it has practical value in day-to-day life. I do have one other question though, Prabhuji. I think about this all the time, and I cannot find an answer, and I feel like a novice asking that question also sometimes. But like in some way, form, every devotee is being selfish when they connect to Krishna. Some people want wealth, some want health, some want something, some want moksha, some want whatever. Some like in some way or form, we are wanting something from Krishna. That's why we are coming into, trying to find God. So for God, for Krishna, what is it about devotees that attracts him to the devotees? Like if you were to say that, oh, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you sing very well, or something. Okay, one time a person will hear, two times they will hear, three times, then after some time one day they will say, oh my God, just keep quiet, it's all right, don't talk about it anymore, I don't want to listen, right? But like, what is it that attracts Krishna to all the devotees who may be singing the same pad or the same songs and the same verses every time?
Yeah, one thing Krishna really is pleased when, see, one thing, the term devotees should not be just group, only one particular, only New Tampa ISKCON members or devotees. It's not like that.
No, I understand that, right?
Everybody is a devotee by default. Some may know, some may realize, because we are all children of God. Right? Each one of us. Sometimes we may not understand. It may take some time. So what Krishna really likes is this being selfless. That he really likes very much. When you become, what is the problem in this material world? We are seeing everything as me. Krishna has already established the fact that we are ātmā. We are not this body. And we are part and parcel of Krishna. That conviction, if somebody gets, Krishna will definitely love them. Then you will automatically become very selfless. Unless and until you have 100% conviction on that point, that we are a part and parcel of Krishna, and our job is to love and surrender to him. So again, the surrender word might sound little too powerful or too extreme. So what is this? What kind of surrender? I'm God's devotee. I want to be very confident. It's not like that. Surrender in a very loving mood. That is what it's like. Like a mother would surrender to her child, right?
Yeah.
Or the child would surrender to mother. When the child comes and hugs the mother, it's a form of surrendering, but it's not like, surrender as a master and things like that. Oh, go ahead, Mahesh Prabhu.
Yes, yeah. So I would like to add on that question is like Sri Krishna's love to the devotee is like a love of a mother to his child or her child, yeah. And the mother will never ever forget about her child, right? In whatever be the condition, the child is always with that the love for the child is always there for mother, and nobody doubts about that. So that's the same way we all are the children of Lord, and all the devotees who has knowledge, not knowledge, or I will say, even though they just spend few hours or few minutes of their life to the God, and they are still the child or the children of the Lord Sri Krishna. Yeah. So that's why like why he is not getting bored of the devotees, right? Sri Krishna, why he is not getting bored? That was, I think, that's the original question. And I say, like, does mother will be bored of her child? I don't think so. No mother in this world, not even the human, but I will say even the animal world also, they don't know anything about anything, but still that's the nature. And all the mothers of the even in the animal kingdom, they love their kids, their children's. Yeah. And I would like to add something. Pawan Prabhuji asked about that, like how much time I should spend on the Sri Krishna's consciousness, right? Yeah. So there is like a very big devotee, the Saint Santa Tukaram. He is a devotee of Lord Sri Krishna, Vithala. And he gave one beautiful abhanga in that, what he says that Devachya Dwari Uvakshanabari Tane Muktichari Sadhyalaya. That's the abhanga, the 4 lines of that abhanga. And what it says is that the person who has just for a moment, he has stand in the front of a God. He has got the moksha or the until the realization of the God with just the one moment of that. So even though you have like just one moment and you stand in front of him, you get it. Means you don't have to spend more than that, and that's how you will get the supreme realization or the consciousness. But that should be the will of you inside you, or the urge inside you that, oh, I have to surrender to the God, or I have to be on. I have to be the devotee of the God. So that's the thing. Yeah. So Jai Shri Krishna. Yeah, thanks.
Hare Krishna, Mahesh Prabhu. Good. See, Krishna says, Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavan. He says, when you leave your body, at that moment, it's only a fraction of a second, right? At that moment, if you think about me, but the issue here is that, how will you think about that unless you practice?
Correct.
Right? At the time, if you're going to be thinking about sports and movies and your family, then you will be only thinking about family and neighborhood, your house, your bank balance, your stock market. This is what you will be thinking. It's only 1 second. But that 1 second is what the practice will lead it to, that perfection. That's what is. Krishna will detail more about that, but that's a good point, Prabhu. Venkatesh Prabhu, go ahead. You wanted to say something.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, all devotees. So earlier, Shalini Mataji was also saying, there are devotees with different personalities, but everyone is singing the same song. And she also asked, what is it that everyone has a different personality, but what is it that attracts? How do they get attracted to Krishna? So according to my little understanding, Mataji, so it's that Krishna, like everyone relates to Krishna in a very different way. So some relate to Krishna as a friend, some can relate to Krishna as a lover, some can relate to Krishna as a parent, as a child, some can also relate as a guru. So again, Krishna it's a very personal relationship that each and every devotee shares with Krishna. And also yes, there are very, very elevated devotees who even talk to Krishna like a real person, and Krishna responds to them also like a very real person. He talks to them, and so it is again, it is a very personal thing of Krishna and his devotees, Mataji. So that is my very little understanding. So everyone relates to Krishna in their own way.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for explaining. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Prabhu, that's a good point. But again, we have to think that we are part and parcel of Krishna. Unless you bring that mood, your understanding may not be complete.
Sure,
See,
yes, absolutely.
Krishna, even Duryodhana saw Krishna. He had very personal interaction. The way Duryodhana saw Krishna, the way Arjuna saw Krishna, the way Kunti Devi saw Krishna, they are all very different. It's said that Kunti Devi's devotion to Krishna is the highest form. Of course, gopis and the Brajvas is also. Yeah, these are all very, this is what is Krishna consciousness. The final thing is that how we can approach Krishna with a selfless, mood that we are tiny part of Krishna and we want to. Ours is a Madhurya Rasa mood, the one that we are following. Prabhuji, you mentioned about it could be Sakya, it could be Dasya, It could be Vatsalya, like a parental mood, like Mother Yashoda. But we don't have that kind of a quality because right now we are in the Kali Yuga. We do not qualify to be like that. And those things can be enjoyed only by someone called the Nitya Siddhyas. That is only done by Krishna. He kind of assigns them. But for us who are in the material world, we are called Nitya Baddhas, meaning we are in the material world with our Atma related to Krishna. So we are in a little bit delicate situation, not as purified as them. So for us, the ISKCON, the Gaudiya Parampara is that we try to understand Krishna in the Madhurya, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, in a very loving way. That's what it is. Whether you do kirtan, whether you do deity decoration, or you are just going to stand outside and do some seva, you do book distribution, you want to do prasadam, everything is good. These are all different types. But the mood is that I'm doing this for my Krishna. That's the mood of Srimati Radharani. Whatever she does, it's absolute love, you know. So devotees, it's almost 9. Just wanted to say one thing here. Krishna is talking about the 4 categories which we saw very briefly. We are going a little bit over time here. Let's very quick. Chaturvida bhajante mam, jana sukritino arjuna, artho jignasu attarthi jñānī cha bharata sabha. So these 4 categories, you know, who is artha, distress, the inquisitive, artharthi, the one who has got desire, material gain, jñānī. All this, Krishna is saying in this verse that they are magnanimous. So it's a very positive thing. As Raghu Prabhu initially mentioned, still you are only going to Krishna. So Krishna accepts that. There may be some, more improvement to be done. And as I mentioned in the beginning, it's a long process, step-by-step process. The person who is in the initial stage, you cannot suddenly think I'm in the highest form. We cannot suddenly become Prahlad. It needs some practice, some more dedication, and so on. So devotees, a good discussion. Are there any final thoughts before we conclude for today? And I would request, strongly recommend, please attend Monday. We are going to read one of the most important verses in Bhagavad Gita. Now Krishna has explained that these 4 types of category of people and who approaches Krishna, there is a very good opportunity that they can achieve the best. Now, how long will it take? That is what is going to explain in 790. How much? Today, tomorrow, like somebody is an employee, he wants to know when he will be promoted. 1 year, 2 years, is there going to be a review, annual review, or review in 5 years? Krishna will tell that in 790. Devotees, final thoughts, comment? We'll conclude here after that. Mahesh Prabhu, anything final? Pawan Prabhu, Venkatesh Prabhu, anything?
All good.
Very good, Prabhu. We are very glad you are able to join as much as you can. So, Haribol Prabhu. Venkatesh Prabhu, you want to say something or we can conclude here?
Not much, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for explaining, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, this is Prabhuji. This entire philosophy, the entire experience can be very simple. It can be very complicated also. Krishna is a very simple personality, actually. The Supreme Lord for devotees is very, very simple. We don't have to really complicate. Just pure love for Krishna. That's it in simple terms. Now, it is easier said than done. How do we bring that simple love mood? That's what we are trying to do as much as we can. So devotees, Raghu Prabhu, anything, any final thoughts?
Not really. I think I don't have anything more to add.
Okay. Haribol Prabhu. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. ISKCON Tampa Sankirtana ki jai. ISKCON Tampa Bhagavad Gita study session ki jai. Devotees, all glories to you for attending. Have a wonderful, safe and Krishna consciousness weekend. We will see you on Monday. Okay.